I feel pretty confident saying that as soon as we heard about the whole CDPR being hacked situation, a lot of us, probably most of us, were expecting this news that we got from CDPR that patch 1.2 has officially been delayed, okay? And I've just been kind of waiting for the official announcement. I was not expecting, maybe for the past 2 weeks, okay? Before that, I was thinking, yes, this is the month we get the big one. But ever since the past 2 weeks, I've been waiting for this, for the announcement that it's going to be delayed instead of the actual patch. And of course, as we know, this is the millionth delay for Cyberpunk. And of course, I could come out here and I could tell you on the positive side, which, again, you guys know where I'm at with this, okay? This is the big one, the one that everything's riding on. So if there's so much riding on this, then clearly they need to make it as great as they can. And they need time to do that. Now, if they screw this one up, then it's going to be a major, major facepalm. But this update 1.2 also doesn't just have fixing the game as riding on it. It's also a huge marketing tool. This could be the update that maybe helps the game get back on the PlayStation Store, okay? This could be the update that maybe brings back gamers who quit on it, or gamers who just decide to skip it until it was ready to play. So this update has everything riding on it, pretty much. But what I want to do here is I want to read their official statement on Twitter because it's super fascinating. Let's go here. While we dearly wanted to deliver patch 1.2 for Cyberpunk in the time span we detailed previously, that being February, the recent cyber attack on the studio's IT infrastructure and extensive scope of the update, that's a key line, mean this unfortunately will not happen. We'll need some additional time. Our goal for patch 1.2 goes beyond any of our previous updates. We've been working on numerous overall quality improvements and fixes, and we still have work to do to make sure that's what you get. With that in mind, we're now aiming for release in the second half of March. It's not the news we enjoy sharing, but we want to make sure we launch this update properly. Stay tuned for more information as the time draws closer. Thank you for your continued patience and support. So we see a new release window. If you ask me, second half of March, that means it's less than a month away from now. I would say maybe 2.5, 3 weeks from now is when we're going to get it. And again, they could just be blowing smoke. We've seen it a few times where they do like to hype things up, but I like to think that they've at least learned their lesson just a little bit to not overhype things and lie about a bunch of stuff, right? So when they say numerous quality improvements and bug fixes, I tend to believe that, and I'm waiting for it, especially on the last gen of consoles. And I know a lot of people have been saying, oh, well, you shouldn't have bought it on the last gen of consoles. It's a next gen game. And, okay, how many times have I brought up the argument that this game was supposed to release in September, okay? It was supposed to release in April of 2020 when the main consoles would have been the PS4 and the Xbox One. So I don't like that excuse at all, that you should have just bought a next-gen consoles. Not to mention the fact that they're incredibly difficult to obtain because of the whole scalping situation. And I want to look through the community reaction here because it is fascinating. You're not getting everybody united thinking the same thing against this delay of patch 1.2. Everybody's kind of split in a few different areas, and I want to read some comments that highlight that. First of all, Miss Violence says, I guess this is y'all's excuse to not fix your broken mess of a game now. Your company deserves what it's getting for what you did to people. That is a loaded comment right there. Asensil20, or Asensi20, I guess, says, dead game, no one plays this game anymore. It died in December, LMAO. Mustafa says, you could have avoided all this crap if you'd just been true to your community and delayed the game, but no, you took money over reputation. And then we have a bit of a more positive comment from Sicko, who says, the hate this game gets, not only on Twitter, is unbelievable. You can't tell me those few glitches triggered y'all so hard. I didn't have much problems when I played on release on PC, and I enjoyed the story so much. Why y'all so salty? And then the last one I'm going to read here from Liam Witz. He says, y'all attacking devs for what is a corporate issue. Quit hating on people who are creative enough to come up with a game that's so inspired, and start hating on the board of directors and investors who pushed the devs to crunch and release a game they knew wasn't ready. So as you can see, a bunch of different angles here, okay, from everybody and their mom has an opinion on this thing, and a lot of different opinions. Nobody's united together thinking the exact same thing, okay, so That's why this is, I knew this was going to happen. I was like, okay, well, they're going to delay this, and then it's just going to be another explosion of a bunch of different stuff, and that's exactly what it is. But look, I mean, if there wasn't already a ton of pressure on update 1.2, there is even more now. And I want to clear something up here, because a lot of people, including myself for a while, was thinking these updates are going to fix the NPCs, fix the police system, all this stuff. And look, I know that stuff is broken, especially the police system. Man, the NCPD needs to be fixed. But I don't think that's going to come in the update. I think that's going to be more of a DLC thing along those lines. Maybe an expansion, okay? Or maybe they have a whole update just dedicated to that, which would be awesome, because it needs a fix clearly. And again, that's the only thing I'm worried about here, because a lot of people are saying, oh, why are you hating on the game and the bugs? The bugs aren't that bad. Oh, the bugs are this, they're that. It's not too bad. The thing is, it's not just the bugs. It's also the core game mechanics that some of them are either not working properly, are flawed, or are just straight up broken. Like the NCPD. You cannot tell me the police system in this game isn't broken. Same with all the scripted events. Remember when they said that everybody was going to have their own routine and everything? And it's not that at all. And I know we can't expect them to make the game that they promised us at E3, okay? It's never going to be like it was at E3, and I've accepted that. But again, we need somewhat at least of a better NPC system, an NPC system that's passable, a police system that's passable. Not every encounter on the street should be just completely scripted, and every time you go past a street corner where there's a scripted event, you see the exact same thing. No. They need to change that up a little bit. Also, NPC spawning. Okay, we've seen the spawns of the NPCs, like you shoot an NPC, they start running, you turn around, and then you turn back, and they're just gone. They've just vanished, okay? That needs to change as well. And there's so many examples of this, so I'm sick of hearing people saying, oh, stop whining so much about the bugs, you should have got a new rig. No, these are problems that are present on every platform that need to be changed, that need to be up to the standards of a game from this generation, as far as NPCs go, police system, open world in general. And I like the game. You guys know I like the game. I've said it so many times. I enjoyed it so much. Playing through the story's incredible, the gameplay, the missions are fun. It's a great game at its core, but it just has so many problems that need to be fixed. Like, if I didn't like the game, I would have stopped making videos on it a long time ago. But even if you do love the game, you have to be honest with yourself about the product you're getting. And you'll see here, of course, right now, priority number one is the crashes, especially on PS4, the quest and game-breaking bugs, that type of stuff. But you'll see once those bugs get cleaned up and fixed, you will see there will be a lot of people, a mob of people saying, okay, that's great, but there's still core game mechanics here that are completely flawed and need to be fixed. That's going to be the next step in this whole saga here. And again, we know they want to make Cyberpunk a brand. They've got a Netflix series coming in about a year or two. They've got the Cyberpunk Online, okay, that they want to do. I'm sure they had plans for a sequel before this whole fiasco happened. They definitely had plans for a sequel. So if they want to repair this brand, they need to get cracking on a lot of this stuff. And this delay... Look, I'm not going to give my opinion on it, because no matter what I say, I can't win. There's always going to be a group of people coming after me no matter what I say, so I'm not going to give my personal opinion on it. Just know that it's delayed, and hopefully we're going to get a better product because of this delay. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me on this one. Hey, if you like more Cyberpunk content, you want to stay up to date with it, I also make videos on Saints Row, going to make some Far Cry 6 content as well, Hogwarts Legacy, basically all the big open world games. This is your spot for it. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next one.